Good day, everyone. Time for weather news with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. We're at Hatteras right now. We're looking at the ocean and the sky this morning. You know, folks, we've had another person off the North Carolina coast to die in a rip current. Yes, we have. People, the rip currents are high up and down the coast of North Carolina. Do not go in the water. We still have do not go in the water issues with the contamination along the Outer Banks from Corolla all the way down south. Okay? So, from Corolla to Nags Head, a little bit south of Nags Head. Don't go in the water. There's all kind of nasties in there from the flooding. Hopefully the ban will be removed by tomorrow, Saturday. We'll just have to wait and see. But there's all kind of nasties in there that can make you very, very sick. And if you have a cut or anything, it's just going to make it worse if you go in that water, because all that bacteria, all that nastiness is going to get in it. So please, please do not get in the water. Okay? I know you're on vacation. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully things will get better. I mean, don't even wade in the water, because it could contaminate you and make you sick with these nasties from all of the rain and the flooding that we had this past week. That's why those pictures I showed you, part of the beach got washed away. It's nothing mysterious about it. So people, don't let people fool you. If you live here and you've lived here all your life, you know why it happened. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We've got some sun out in places this morning, from Hatteras all the way to my house. And we have these clouds. So more than likely it's going to be splash and dash showers off and on for us most of today before the rain picks up, probably this weekend. And here we have the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Thank you very much, Levi. Appreciate it a lot. When I turn it on, as it runs through the time period, you're going to see a storm move up, okay? It should dissipate before it causes any harm to land up in this area. So I just want to bring that to your attention. And when you see the rain, if it's darker, that means it's more heavier rain. If it's lighter, it's just a few tenths of an inch. So what is exactly happening here? Well, let's just check it out. We'll turn her on, and here we go. After a brief break that we've had and all this relentless rain across the eastern United States in the past few days, expect showers and thunderstorms to return today ahead of an approaching cold front. Boy, it's hot at my house already today. With the heat and the humidity still in place across the region, developing storms may be capable of producing severe weather. And we have that chance from the mid-Atlantic to the northeast. Now, given the very wet conditions across the region, any kind of heavy rain is going to also have a risk for more flash flooding. So please keep that in mind, okay? Now, multiple disturbances are in the upper levels and they're going to interact with the stationary frontal boundary from the central and southern plains back into the central Rockies. This is going to result in widespread showers and thunderstorms across the central plains today into tomorrow. Now, these storms are capable of producing severe weather, heavy rainfall, excessive rainfall, okay? And that's going to happen more than likely right up in here, okay? Now, we've still got all the dangerous heat going on, but before I get to that, when it comes to all of these disturbances out in this area that I am circling right now, it seems that, there is a chance for an isolated tornado or two. That can't be ruled out, okay? And as this could go into Oklahoma with a marginal risk for excessive rain and flash flooding later this afternoon into tomorrow. The dangerous heat wave, whew, boy, man, out west through tomorrow underneath a stubborn upper level ridge. The temperatures across portions of the desert southwest and central California are forecast to be in the triple digits once again. So, please keep all that in mind. You know what to do. You know it's hot. Please take care of yourselves. Taking a look at rain and thunder on the European model today. This is set for 9 a.m. this morning, and as you can see up in Montana, a little bit of Wyoming, parts of Nebraska, and a tad of South Dakota. You've got some rain showers going on probably about this time of the day. Also down in New Mexico, and we have some over here in western Tennessee, a little bit of rain starting, also going down into Mississippi and over in Arkansas. Up here, we got a little bit of rain going on up in New York. When I say this, I say a little bit. As we turn it on, you can't see, but let's put it down. That's just 12/10 of an inch. So bring it back up again so you guys will see. And in that place, it's nothing. Okay, so do not worry about flooding there yet. Anyway, okay, I just want you to be aware of that. And now as we move through today, we'll hop up to around 2 p.m. this afternoon. You can see these storms. The brunt of the severe weather, as to what it's looking like to me later on, is going to be down in parts of Nebraska, parts of Kansas, the more severe weather. Now, when we get to tomorrow, that can be a different story. It's going to come on down into parts of Oklahoma as well as Kansas. So we need to keep all of this in mind, okay? Now, if you're planning anything for the weekend, around 5 p.m. this afternoon, see how it's beginning to fire up right there, like I told you, in parts of Kansas, parts of Nebraska. 8 p.m. this evening, here we go, the more severe thunderstorm activity, still just about in the same area, down in Kansas, parts of Nebraska, and we'll move up to around 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, still right there in Kansas, okay? The more severe rain, the more severe thunderstorm activity. And we'll end it all up with a quick look at the Cape model. Here we go. You know the routine. If it's purple, very excellent chance of something forming in the way of waterspouts and tornadoes. Red, you got a pretty good chance. When you get over to the green, this is at 11 a.m. this morning. We just saw those thunderstorms were out in this area. So we will come down here. Click it right quick. You got 1,701 JKGs going on. So that is a possibility, but I think you guys have a better chance early this morning, at least up until lunchtime, of having the chance of a severe thunderstorm to form. As we move along during the day, we'll go to the afternoon around 5 p.m. You can see some of these storms are beginning to fire up with the energy in the air all the way down around the coast of Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, moving right on up into the DC area. And we will check it out for about 10 p.m. this evening, especially right up in this area. Be aware, you may have a severe storm pop up on you. And that's what the Cape is looking like today. If it's your first time over to Weather News with J7409, please subscribe and join all the rest of us who like to keep up with the weather around us and what's going on across the nation. Be sure, click subscribe, click the bell, click the email notification, click everything you can to make sure you get the latest in weather news, forecast, watches, warnings, and tropical weather. And speaking of tropical weather, there is no sign of anything developing for the next 5 days out for the Atlantic coast, okay, or off the coast of Africa, anywhere down, not even in the Caribbean Sea. If anything does pop up, don't worry, I'll let you know about it. We do have several systems over to the west. Like I said, one will be coming up around the edge of California. It should dissipate, though, before it does any harm to anyone. And it shouldn't hit California directly, but the offshore waters, you know how they go. So far as the watches and warnings this morning, we have an awful lot of air quality alerts down in Texas. We come up here to Missouri, Illinois, all the way up in the DC area, all the way up to Maine, also out in Arizona. Other than that, heat, heat, heat. Yes, heat, folks. Excessive heat warnings here in southeastern California, Nevada. You can see as they move on up, even extensive excessive heats up in Oregon. You guys in Oregon today and tomorrow are probably going to see triple digit temperatures. Now, when we come over to Wyoming, this is a red flag alert for fire hazard. Please keep that in mind, okay? Right in there. And that's going to wrap it up today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any pictures you'd like to share, I know I can't get them all on all the time, but I still have them. I will use them eventually and give you full credit for it. We love to see them. I love to share them. Please click show more underneath this video. Scroll down. You'll find an email address to send them to. I love you guys so very much, and I thank you for everything you do for me. May each of you have a great day, a blessed day, and much peace, love, and kindness to all.